Mario.
One, two, three, our hearts start beating. The room stays quiet, but inside I'm screaming. Do I feel love? I don't have a clue. Will you love me? 'Cause I love you. Oh, 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 yeah, I love you. Oh, 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 yeah, I love you.
You guys can see the world has successfully loaded. Just look at this. Take a moment to look at the shaders. This is just absolutely insane. Just take a moment to look at that. This is just crazy. I mean, just the timing and the I don't even know how my game isn't lagging. You guys can see we have like a bunch of red leaves and stuff. This actually looks, I'm not sure if this is necessarily a glitch or not. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch. I don't think it's supposed to be like this actually, but hey, you still got the shaders. The shaders is off. And one thing I'm going to actually do is turn my render distance down because my render distance is a little too high and it is a little bit laggy. So let me just... Okay, we're going to turn it down to maybe... Okay, let's... You guys can see we are on the world. So what we can do is I guess I'm going to explore. So you guys can see this is how the clouds are. And you guys can see it's a little overly too vibrant if I say so myself. Like... In the middle of the screen, you guys can see everything is just a little bit too bright. Like, my eyes are lit. And my tablet's actually set to the lowest brightness. You guys can see. It's, like, set to the lowest, and it's just absolutely bright. So that's one down. I mean, it looks nice. But personally, I highly suggest to, like, the shader to, I guess, kind of turn it down. Because this isn't necessarily a nice look, if I say so myself. Personally, I think the guys should just maybe make it. Now, one thing I actually just did realize is if you guys are using any shaders, one thing I do highly advise you guys to do when you're using shaders is turn down the brightness all the way down, or maybe at like 50, because you guys can see I'm actually having my brightness almost maxed out. So that's probably one reason why this is a little bit too bright. I think I'm gonna put it at 50. Personally, this just looks a lot more better than the video. You guys can see it's a lot more better, and you guys can see it isn't necessarily because I have run a lot of. They were a lot more smooth than this, but you guys can see that the shadows are awesome. I definitely gotta give you props to that. The shadows are awesome. I love the way the. I don't necessarily, actually no, I don't really care. It's pretty realistic. Shadows, pretty cool stuff. Let's go in a cave and test out the lighting system. You guys can see we have the fog in the cave. So if you guys don't know, this is actually a pretty realistic I have not seen any shaders actually do this. So this is actually a pretty cool feature. So I'm gonna actually place a light down, and you guys can see this is how the lighting does look in the cave. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff is let me just do that really quick. We're gonna actually see how it looks like in evening sunset. Click on that. Pretty cool stuff. You guys can see this is how the nighttime looks, and I definitely do love how the sun looks. The sun looks absolutely awesome. I gotta give also props to the people for actually making it. Definitely do love the sun. The sun looks nice. There's nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. And one thing that I did notice with the shaders is I think it's just a little bit buggy. I'm not necessarily sure if it's particular, but yeah, you guys can see this. Look. Alright, so you guys can see, yeah, you guys can see it's pretty glitchy, so that's one thing. It almost reminds me of the RSP shaders in particular, because that is one kind of similar to this and more, I guess, like a comparative to this in particular. You guys can see that's how the moon looks like, and this is how it looks when it... I'm not necessarily a fan of the nighttime, because you guys can see, I mean, it's pretty realistic how the sky does look. It's really dark blue, but I personally like it when it's like, I guess, black. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the sky when it looks, how it looks like in nighttime, and you guys can see it's pretty bright in night. So not a huge fan. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this shaders on my channel. Personally, I just don't like it. But if you guys do like this, you guys, this is probably why I'm, you know, reviewing this video. So you guys can, you know, still a pretty cool shader. Definitely go check this out. Don't judge a book by its cover, guys. I don't know if you guys have, you know, just try this out for yourself. You may like it. Personally, I just don't like this. But yeah, this is how it looks at the time. So what I am gonna do is set the weather to rain, so I can show you guys how it looks at nighttime. So we're gonna do the weather to rain, and we're gonna fall. You guys can see at nighttime, pretty cool stuff. It is okay. You guys can see it. It was just it's pretty glitchy when it rains. You guys can see my distance is foggy, and you guys, it's kind of laggy when it rains. So yeah, definitely don't want it to rain. And personally, it just, you know, takes out the whole. It hinders like the graphics and stuff, and it just pretty much ruins the whole point of how. You guys can see I can't even see anywhere whatsoever. It almost looks like swampy. So what I am going to do is set the time to day and show you guys how it looks like in day. So let's see if we're going to... Day, and is there any difference? I don't know. Okay, I'm assuming this is how the daytime looks, so... Yeah, I'm personally not a fan of this. This pretty much looks like how it looks at nighttime, except the side views. I don't even know. I don't like this. This is probably one of the worst rains I've ever. But I mean, I'm not hating on the creator. I just don't like this particular shader pack. But I definitely do gotta give props to the creator for actually taking the time to actually make us a shader. And at least be grateful for that. But you know, it's always the thought that counts. But personally, I just don't like it. And that also makes me curious about the nether, because I have no idea how the nether is looking. I'm actually expecting it, even though the lighting is good, I'm actually expecting, just like how it was in the last shader video. I think it was the mid. That didn't look too good in the nether, but it was awesome outside. So what we are going to do is test out, and we're going to actually off the rain. So let me just do that. Clear. Up. Alright, so anytime now, anytime. And before we actually do go, we're gonna actually before I end off the video, and before I do go to the nether, I want to show you guys the water. So this is how the water does look. Pretty realistic, pretty self-explanatory. If you actually do go down, you guys can see we have the nausea shaking effect. I think that's on. And you guys can see even when we're underwater, it's shaking up and down. Pretty cool. It's not like overly too wavy, so that is definitely particular. So what I am gonna do is actually place down. Actually, you guys can. I'm pretty sure y'all can. This is how it looks underwater. Pretty cool. Not. It's my vision is a little bit distorted. I don't know. This is actually pretty cool. Love that feature. And I'm gonna actually see if it's going up and down. So you guys can see it is going up and down a little bit. Not too. It's not going too wavy like most. So that's really one thing that I do like about it. Definitely got, you know, there's good things and bad things in this. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna. But personally, it's just not my opinion. A little too bright. So one thing that I am gonna do is go to the Nether and show you guys how it looks. Let's go and type in shitty UI. Like type. So let's get our obsidian, and then we're gonna. Alright, so you guys can see this is how the Nether portal looks. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's just go straight into the Nether portal and wait for this to load anytime now. You guys can see this is how the Nether does look. I don't know how to explain this. This is kind of the opposite, not even the opposite. Like, I was not expecting this whatsoever. So you guys can see, I was right about my first prediction, my first hypothesis. You guys can see that this is quite laggy, if I say so. But, I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be foggy necessarily, but you guys can see it is foggy, so I'm not a huge fan of that. And I actually think it's meant to be red fog. I think that's a glitch with the shader pack. Hopefully he will, you know, fix this in the next version of the shader pack. I think that's this gray fog is actually supposed to, you know, grayness and stuff. Just like the tint in particular, because it's a little too like overpowered for my, like, I feel like I'm gonna get blind just looking. I don't even know if that. This is how it looks. Yeah, pretty cool shader. You get like. A little too bright for my. I'm not, definitely kind of a fan of that, but not necessarily. And you guys can see this is how the clouds did. It's kind of a generic sky, if I say so myself, but it's also, I guess, to reduce the lag. I don't know, but it's not bad. It's not complainable. It's pretty decent, if I say so myself. But yeah, this is the shader review. I don't even know what this shader is called. I keep forgetting the name of it. I will put it in the title, in the title, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is the shader review. I honestly have nothing else to show you guys, so hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you guys want to see more epic content on this channel, exclusive content. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and yeah, this is LavaSayer77 signing out. Stay litty, guys, stay litty, and yeah, bye.